Now, 5 years ago today, the original iPad went on sale. It wasn't the first tablet computer, but it was the catalyst for a computing revolution. Now, the tablet market exploded after the iPad's launch. Even Microsoft rebuilt Windows to work on touchscreens. But as a revolution, that has shown signs of stalling. Now, here is how many iPads Apple has reported selling every fiscal year. And you could see that sales dipped in 2014. And in their most recent quarter, iPad sales dipped from the same period a year ago. So what's behind the iPad slide? Well, let's go to our regular contributor now. Nick Thompson is the editor of TheNewYorker.com, and he joins me live from New York. Good to see you, Nick. And the iPad, Nick, as you know, it's been a successful, groundbreaking product, but recently iPad sales have been declining. Why?
Well, there are lots of reasons, right? That's not the normal chart you see from Apple, up, 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 down. So a few things have been going on. The first of all, what Apple likes to talk about. Sales early on were huge, and people don't replace them as often. So Apple says, look, people are still using them. They're just not buying new ones. That's partly true. But there are a bunch of other factors going on, one of which is that the iPads haven't evolved as fast as everybody would like. Second of all, tablets haven't become as integrated into our lives, so developers haven't optimized them. And then the most important factor is that they've been squeezed by phones. Phones are the nexus of innovation. That's where everything is happening. And then not only that, when the iPad launched, our laptops were really chunky and our phones are really small. Now, our phones are really big and our laptops are really light. So there isn't as much space for the iPad to exist in.
You know, it's an interesting point you raised about evolving. You know, we replace our smartphones all the time because the technology changes more dramatically. That hasn't been the case for our tablets. But, Nick, does it have to be that way?
Well, it's interesting. There are kind of, I think, two broad ways that these devices evolve. The first is they get faster, the screens get better, the memory improves, they can hold more stuff, right? That happens with iPads and tablets, that kind of change. But the second kind of change, where suddenly this device that you use for one thing, you can use for something else. You know, this happened with our phones when they replaced our cameras, when we started learning to pay with them, when we started doing all kinds of new things. We started connecting with our watches. That kind of change hasn't happened with the iPad. And in part, that's because we don't bring our iPads with us, so people don't develop things to do that. But the iPad basically does the same stuff it did at the beginning, just better and with a better screen, whereas phones have completely transformed. So maybe it does have to be that way.
You know, I think we've talked about this before. When you meet up with friends at a bar or a restaurant, you put your iPhone or your smartphone on the table. You don't put your tablet computer on the table. Now, when the iPad was launched, there was a lot of talk about it replacing the laptop, right? But that never really happened. But has the iPad instead effectively created its own category, its own product category?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened, right? So if you watch if you watch that Steve Jobs video when he introduced the video, the one you teased right before, and you watch it again, he talks about it replacing the laptop and how it's better for typing than the laptop. And he talks about all kinds of things that in retrospect seem slightly insane, right? It's not better to type on your tablet than it is on a laptop. The laptop is just better. There's certain things that are better on your tablet, you know, sitting back, leaning back, moving it around the house, watching kind of stuff. I love reading long stuff on it. But the truth is, it's not as good for a lot of the work we do as laptops are. So it has taken some of the market share from laptops, but you're absolutely right. What it's really done is created a middle product category between phones and laptops, and that product category is not as big as Apple would have liked.
And Nick, the cultural impact. Has the iPad changed the way, for example, media, especially online media, has been produced and designed in the last 5 years?
Oh, that's a super interesting question. I don't think it has. I don't think the iPad has changed the way online media is produced and looks as much as the way online media is produced and looked has changed the market for the iPad. And what I mean by that is that when the iPad came around, the web was kind of organized by Google. It was organized by links. There were all kinds of cluttered pages. Design was very different. And so Steve Jobs came along.